Inside Seattle City Hall, work is being done to try to prevent future budget issues.
It's a combination of both conditions of the economy and the need of the population.
Right now, the city of Seattle's expenses are expected to grow by $547 million between 2022 and 2026. This increase is projected to lead to a $221 million deficit in the 2025 City General Fund budget and a $207 million deficit in 2026. That's why City Council member Teresa Mosqueda is co-chair of a revenue stabilization work group started last year to come up with revenue options to decrease the deficit.
We have to look at additional progressive revenue in order to close some of that gap. This cannot be accomplished with just nips and tucks around the edges.
Today, the city's Finance and Housing Committee reviewed the 9 options for revenue the group came up with, which includes different possible taxes, like a tax on companies that have high CEO pay or a tax on vacant units. Other ideas are a 1% flat income tax or placing tolls on heavily trafficked roads.
I would offer that no one revenue source is sufficient to close the gap, so there may be a few that we need to look at, in addition to ongoing ways for greater efficiencies, of course.
But some members of the revenue stabilization work group say the city needs to look at how it spends money before it looks at revenue.
If the city has a budget problem, I think the facts would suggest that that is a spending problem over a revenue problem.
Rachel Smith is the CEO and president of the Seattle Metropolitan Chamber of Commerce and was one of the work group members. She says revenue is important, but before the city implements any of these taxes, it needs to first focus on generating economic activity and look hard at spending.
Things like, for example, eliminating or reducing services that are not meeting outcomes, or eliminating or reducing services that are duplicative of other agencies or entities.
Now the revenue options provided by the work group will be evaluated by the city before potentially being implemented following budget discussions this fall. In Seattle, Connor Board, King 5 News.